I would like to know, before meeting Pawan Kalyan Garu and after meeting, what is your opinion?
Before meeting Mr. Pawan Kalyan, I've heard that he's very generous. I knew that he really contributed to this cooperation with Hyderabad Public School. And also I knew that Mr. Pawan Kalyan is a very well-known actor of Indian movie industry. And after this long conversation, I discovered that also Mr. Pawan Kalyan has a very brilliant mind and very full of ideas. And it's really great that we have one idea together to make a cooperation between Polish and Telugu film industries.
True. We'll do this, sir. I think it is needed. The rest of the world, I think, especially if you start with Poland, I think. I'm sorry. It would be a nice idea to expand it, our understanding further in terms of cinema and cultural understanding. Thank you.
Thank you, His Excellency, for your fantastic Hindi speech. He's often our guru when it comes to Hindi. We often go to Arhamji for any of those Hindi things. And now he may actually call you a good student than what I am.
So maybe I can add. Sare Duniya se acha Hindustan Hamara.
Fantastic. Thank you. It actually is the fact that India extended its generosity and warmth during the war-stricken times of Second World War, despite of the fact that India itself was fighting for its own internal battles, whether it's a struggle for independence or a struggle for an identity as such for India, or the challenges of the famine and drought. The generosity and what has expanded, what the Maharaja has extended, is what I believe should be called just simply humanity. And humanity triumphed over all the evil side. Today, the fact that we are sitting all together, I think these are all testaments of what people can do when cultures were bridged. And it's always about people. And as part of even our political philosophy internally, it's always people that we look at. It's not the caste, color, creed, community. It's, if you strip them off, it's all people, and people are full of ideas, people are full of potential. How do we tap and harness into such potential of people? I mean, these young minds, if they are really harnessed, they could be serving the world, not just Poland or India. Why should they just be limited to their own geographical boundaries? Maharaja didn't do that. The fact that you're sitting here, giving it all back, the credit back to Maharaja, I think there's a lot we can accomplish when we come together as people. Thank you. You did talk about such stuff. Thank you.
I can, as a comment, I can say that in Poland we strongly believe in freedom, democracy, and peace. So, Azadi, Loktantra, Shanti. So we share common values with India, really. And I'm glad that one of the best Warsaw Polish high schools is cooperating with one of the best high schools in India.
Thank you. I have an interesting question from my young friend Olga. She has a question for Mr. Pawan Kalyan. You may raise and please come here.
So my question is, I would like to know how you use your film career to promote your political ideas.
No, I don't do that. I just do films, and this is entirely what I'm doing. The second topic is entirely different. I don't mix both. They're two different things. For me, films is very important because if you look at as we are exploring the power of cinema, the power of cinema is something like, I believe artists are, any culture, like, we are cultural bridges. And any kind of idea about, first thing would be is, so me and, we were talking about, me and His Excellency were talking about the power of cinema. Any other idea would go into the mind first, but here, cinema is something which straight away speaks to your heart. And in that way, any issue, if you put it in a nice dramatic way, which would appealing manner, cinema can take anything. And cinema has the great power, and that's how I look at it. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Mr. Pawan Kalyan, one more question for you. How new technologies and new media change the way you communicate to your public?
That's a blessing, and that's a great blessing in a way. If you, anything I think would be, if you use it in the right perspective, it's a great weapon. New technologies in terms of communication, in terms of other aspects. But when I say in terms of communication, this has become a great advantage. Today we are able to communicate with each other or just with over a simple smartphone, and that really, it is binding as well. I mean, once we were far away from different, apart from quite thousands of kilometers away. Today we are oceans away, but today we are able to communicate extremely well, and we can use this technology, and we can, whatever the new world offers to us, it can really bind people, and it can really bridge the cultural gaps. And that would be how I view it as technology. Of course, it depends on the individual who uses it. And if the majority of individuals could use it for constructive purposes, I think that is really a blessing.
Thank you. I also know that your wife is Russian. Do you know any Russian words?
Здравствуйте. Хорошо. And what are those? And we keep speaking. I keep understanding a lot because my daughter speaks to her mother. So I keep understanding. I know, because I don't know how to respond, but in general I understand everything. Respect the culture, the language, and it is more nearer to same Poland. So that would be very nice. So I keep using once in a while. I think I have picked up the right words to go to a restaurant and do order food and Devushka, something like that. Thank you.
Thank you so much.